Quaid Azam Part 293, so I beg your, yes, 293. But Wavell persisted on 26 June. On 25 June, before that fateful meeting with Jinnah, Cripps categorically informed Wavell of the Congress not accepting the 16 May statement, but Cripps, then went on to do exactly the opposite. He urged the Congress to accept it, pointing out to them the technical advantage. Pethick Lawrence also acquiesced, sadly leaving Wavell in an impossible situation with Jinnah. It redounds greatly to Wavell's objectivity to have termed the Congress acquiescence as a dishonest acceptance. But Wavell persisted on 26 June when meeting the Congress leaders along with the cabinet delegation. He still insisted on not accepting the Congress interpretation. His disappointment of that morning reached such a proportion that he contemplated during being relieved of his appointment. To him, it was difficult to accept that some of the members of the cabinet mission had themselves not played straight. Cripps, in fact, did not see him, not even out of courtesy, before leaving for Britain on 29 June. Following the cabinet mission's refusal to invite the Muslim League alone to form an interim government, communal rioting in an ugly form had again broken out in Ahmedabad. Gandhi's advice to Morarji Desai, the Bombay Home Minister, who came to consult him before proceeding to the site of trouble, was that he must go to meet the flames under the sole protection of God, not that of the police or the military. If need be, he must perish in the flames. In the attempt to quell them, as had been done by the late Ganeshankar Vidyarthi, the young editor of the Kanpur Nationalist Daily, Pratap, who was killed during the Kanpur Hindu-Muslim riots of 1931 while engaged in a mission of peace. The Congress President-elect's interview. The prospect of an agreement following complications of the post-16 June 1946 statement had become dim. The resolution of the Congress Working Committee on 25 June and the decision of the Cabinet delegation to defer formation of the interim government and had further complicated matters. Under such complex circumstances, the press conference of Jawaharlal Nehru of 10 July 1946 could not have come at a worse time. It is difficult to give the benefit of doubt to Nehru for not having known in advance what the fallout of such conferences or his interviews could be. This is why it is necessary that some excerpts of his interview be reported verbatim. Interview to the press, Bombay, 10 July 1946. The Hindu of 11 July 1946. This is the name of the paper, the newspaper, The Hindu. Jawaharlal Nehru, responding to a question, answered in part. It is true that in going into Constituent Assembly, we have inevitably to agree to a certain procedure in advance, that is the election of the candidates to the Constituent Assembly. We have inevitably to agree to a certain procedure in advance, that is the election of the candidates to the Constituent Assembly. What we do there, we are entirely and absolutely free to determine. We have not committed ourselves on any single matter to anybody. Naturally, even though one might not agree to commit oneself, there is certain compulsion of the facts which makes one accept this thing or that thing. The big probability is that from any approach to the grouping question, there will be no grouping. Obviously, Section A will decide against grouping. I'll continue with these extracts and I'll get to my next video as well over there.